When the fire died and the darkness fell, silence ruled the shrine. Not even the crickets dared to sing. The villagers huddled together, trembling. Only the sound of the wind moved through the sacred grove, whispering like unseen spirits. Then, from the darkness, came a soft hum, a melody low, ancient, and sorrowful. It was Amara. Her lips parted, and for the first time in moons, a sound escaped. Her voice clear, powerful, and otherworldly rose above the trembling crowd. It wasn't just a song, it was a call, a spiritual chant that seemed to wake the very earth beneath them. The priest dropped to his knees. "This is not mortal voice," he whispered. "This is the cry of the ancestors." As Amara sang, her shadow began to move again, dancing upon the shrine wall. But now, it no longer frightened anyone. It was beautiful, tall, glowing faintly, crowned with golden light. And then, before everyone's eyes, the shadow took shape. It was her grandmother. Her voice filled the air. "I told you, my child, marriage is not just joy, it is battle. But the battle is not against flesh and blood. It is against the spirits that dwell in hidden darkness, against envy, against the greed of hearts." The villagers fell on their faces. Some wept, others prayed. Chaik, overwhelmed by shame, stepped forward. "Forgive me, Amara. I was blind. I believed lies." Amara turned her tear-streaked face toward him. Her voice, still trembling from its return, said softly, "Truth always speaks, even when silence seems endless." Then her grandmother's spirit spoke again. "There is a curse in this village that has slept for generations. It began when your forefathers offered an innocent life for wealth and power. Their greed bound their descendants in shadows." Amara's silence was the shield meant to stop the curse from consuming the living once again. The villagers gasped. They looked at one another in horror. The priest stood. "Then what must we do?" "Confess," the grandmother's voice boomed, "and cleanse the land." That night, under the gaze of the stars, the people of Yumuis gathered by the riverbank. They broke their charms, cast away the gourds, and poured libations to seek mercy from the Almighty. Drums beat slowly, mournfully, and songs of repentance filled the air. When the last ember of their guilt was drowned in the river, the wind changed. The air grew warm, and the moon returned, bathing the land in silver light. Amara's shadow merged with her own once more. The glow around her faded, leaving only a quiet peace. Her grandmother's voice whispered one last time, "You have fought well, my child. Remember, your voice carries light. Guard it, and never let fear silence it again." The next morning, the sun rose brighter than it had in years. Children ran through the village laughing again. The trees seemed greener, and Amara, once scorned and broken, became a healer, known far and wide as the woman whose shadow spoke. And when travelers passed through Yumuis at night, they would often pause by the riverbank, where a faint melody could still be heard, Amara's song reminding the world that silence is not always weakness, and shadows are not always dark.